Everybody says, beauty is pain. In China's cosmetic underground, it is much, much worse than pain. It's debt, deception, and sometimes, total disaster. Let me introduce you to a world where your skincare routine could accidentally end with a police report. Welcome to the dark side of China's beauty obsession, where perfection is filtered, injected, diluted, and occasionally forged in a shady backroom with a WeChat Pay QR code taped to the wall. And trust me, this is not your everyday beauty fail compilation. This is a full-blown cosmetic horror movie. Except it's real. It's happening right now. And the villain usually wears a lab coat they bought online. Let's count them down. 4 terrifying facts. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at a buy one get one free nose job post the same way again. 1. The shared room medical aesthetic scam. You know that moment when you book a relaxing facial, and suddenly your esthetician tells you, oops, the private rooms are all gone? Congratulations, you haven't hit bad luck. You've just been cast in a real-life drama called The Surgical Salesman, and you didn't even audition. This is why your spa's double room isn't a coincidence. It's a trap in China. They will always force you into a shared room. Why? Because every good scam needs a co-star. The miracle patient. She bursts in, does a double take at your therapist and goes, "Oh my God, is that you? I didn't recognize you. You look unreal." The acting is so convincing, you'd think she's campaigning for an Oscar, not a discount on her next filler. Miracle patient suddenly needs the bathroom. Your esthetician whips out her phone. Look at her before photos. She used to be scared of needles. Let's be clear, those before photos aren't medical records. They're creative Photoshop projects. If her transformation seems too good to be true, it's because it is. Miracle patient returns and launches into her soliloquy. I did it because of my toxic ex-boyfriend. Then she drops the price bomb. Only 2,000 yuan. What a steal. Here's the truth. That price isn't a steal, it's bait. Realistic procedures don't cost less than a weekend getaway. Now comes the intervention. They both turn to you and kindly point out every flaw you've ever secretly worried about. Suddenly, you're not getting a facial. You're in an impromptu consultation for an insecurity overhaul and pay lots of money to be part of them. And you thought you are well taken care of by the lady boss of the clinic. Similar to this, there is another story is going to blow your mind. Imagine scrolling on Xiaohongshu and seeing this. Own part of a luxury private aesthetic room. Free treatments for life. Passive income every month. That wasn't a business model. That was a trap. A new scam swept major Chinese cities starting in late 2023. They told people, pay a few tens of thousands of yuan, become a shareholder of a private treatment room, enjoy premium procedures, and even earn profit from other clients. Sounds like Botox meets Bitcoin. But in reality, no ownership, no profits, no legal clinic. Just a rotating cast of fake consultants and a WeChat group that mysteriously disappeared overnight. Some victims lost their savings. Others lost their faces to botched procedures done in random rented spaces labeled as shared rooms. Beauty turned into a Ponzi scheme with lip filler. And if you think fake rooms are bad, wait until you meet the fake doctors. 2. Shanghai's expert imposter disaster. 2023. Shanghai police uncovered a horrifying scam. A criminal gang pretended to be specialists from Shanghai Ninth People's Hospital, one of the most trusted plastic surgery authorities in China. They did online consultations, showed stolen credentials, used fake certificates. Patients believed they were in the hands of top experts. Imagine this. You walk into a hospital you trust. Clean floors, white coats, professional smiles. You sit in the chair and let a doctor drill into your mouth, only to find out later, she was never supposed to be there. Yet she was earning millions. This is not a movie plot. This allegedly happened in Shanghai. According to the patient, he visited what he believed was a legitimate hospital in Shanghai for orthodontic treatment. Everything looked professional. The facilities were modern. The paperwork looked real. The doctor was confident, experienced, and spoke with authority. Months of treatment passed. Then, out of curiosity or instinct, he began researching the doctor's background. That's when the nightmare began. He allegedly discovered that the woman who altered his teeth and jaw was a Korean national without a valid Chinese medical license. Feeling betrayed and furious, the man hired a lawyer and filed a lawsuit against both the hospital and the doctor. But justice did not come quickly. Weeks turned into months. Months turned into years. 2, even 3 years passed with no final result. According to him, the doctor allegedly offered him 1 million yuan to stay quiet.
9月的韩国屌毛花100万让我闭嘴。
The Korean is offering me 100 million yuan and asking me to shut up. Are you looking down at me? Is the backbone of Chinese consumers something you Koreans can trample on? I'm not doing this for the money. I just want justice. Foreigners practicing medicine in China must hold a medical license. Don't think you can exploit loopholes. Korean, don't use Shanghai 9 People's Hospital as a front to crazily raking clients in China.
Shortly after that, the doctor reportedly left China and vanished, disappearing just as the legal pressure increased. This wasn't just fraud. This was identity theft. 3. The infamous 7-day aesthetic course. As horrifying as this sounds, it actually gets worse. Because some of these doctors weren't doctors at all. They were trained on chicken. In 2022, China's most powerful TV channel, CCTV, exposed something that felt like a bad joke. Beauty training schools claimed to turn beginners into professional aesthetic practitioners in just 7 days. Week 1. Day 1 to Day 3. Theory. Day 4 to 6. Practice on chicken thigh, their own faces, your course mate faces. Day 7. Congratulations, you're now injecting into real human faces. Actual people, real needles, real consequences. The so-called teachers, the training centers, the people who promised beauty and profit. The instructor stood at the front of the room and told the students, your hand that holds the syringe is the hand that will print money in the future. This was not medical training. It was a business pitch built on risk, illusion, and human faces. No one spoke about where the blood vessels run beneath the skin. No one warned that a single mistake could block an artery, destroy tissue, or even take away someone's sight. Instead, the students were taught speed over safety, profit over precision, money over morality. In that moment, the syringe stopped being a medical tool. It became a weapon of opportunity. And the people who would eventually sit in the chair were no longer seen as patients. They were seen as profit. According to some attendees, the next lesson was something even more disturbing. How to fake a professional identity. Participants claim the instructor gave very specific instructions. Every day you must post injection videos in your moments. Post successful cases, even if the photos are stolen from the internet. Post screenshots of customer thank you messages and transfer receipts, even if they are fake. According to those who attended, what mattered most wasn't skill. It wasn't safe. It wasn't legal. It was the appearance. The result? When filler is injected improperly, it doesn't simply sit beneath the skin. It can enter the body's delicate network of blood vessels. The tissue begins to die. This is not a minor complication. This is facial necrosis. The skin darkens, hardens, and collapses. What remains are permanent scars. If you thought injections were extreme, what about cutting actual nerves to look thinner? 4. The banned calf nerve blocking surgery. In 2021, social media influencers began promoting a so-called slimming miracle. Imagine sacrificing your body's natural function just to have slimmer calves, permanently. Sounds extreme. That's because it is. Today, we're diving into a shocking procedure that professional plastic surgeons have long abandoned, but is still occasionally whispered about in beauty circles. The calf nerve block surgery. Here's why this is a huge red flag. Nerves do not grow back. Once they're cut, they're gone forever. That means if one day you need explosive leg power, for example to run, jump, or even save yourself in an emergency, your legs might fail you. This isn't a simple cosmetic tweak. It's permanent functional damage. The idea? Cut specific nerves so the calf muscle atrophies and looks slimmer. Through surgery, specific nerve branches that control the calf gastrocnemius muscle, mainly the medial head, are selectively severed. As a result, part of the muscle loses its nerve supply, and undergoes disuse atrophy, physically reducing the circumference of the calf. What's the cost? First up, walking difficulties. Your calves are your body's engine for push-offs and balance. Disable them, and even climbing stairs feels like running a mini obstacle course. Next, permanent deformity. Uneven shrinkage can leave your legs looking asymmetrical, saggy, or just weird. Not exactly the Instagram-worthy calves you imagined. Then there's muscle imbalance. Other muscles overcompensate, stressing your knees, ankles, and hips, like forcing one gear to do the work of the entire engine. Finally, chronic pain. Numb nerves, scar tissue, and overworked muscles can lead to persistent discomfort that doesn't go away. Beauty obsession is becoming a psychological epidemic. This isn't just about surgery anymore in China. People don't appreciate natural beauty anymore. This is about self-worth being measured in symmetry, in V-shapes, jawlines, and nose bridges. Even before and after photos. Confidence is no longer built, it's injected. The real dark side isn't the needle. It's the mindset.